Well, I feel like a bit like, just let me start again. I feel a bit like Bill Nelson, or William Nelson, or Willie Nelson. We're on the road again. Do you like how I got into that? Anyhow, we're on the road again. We're going up for a 3-day sojourn. I got a couple of 3 speaking engagements up the north of Victoria or thereabouts, out in the, and we're just driving up to now. We've gone down the Hume Highway, and we had a crack at going to Kahuna once. And Kahuna? Where'd we go?
That was Echuca. This time.
Where you took me down the dirt road.
Yeah. I'm not doing any navigation. You've got it on your own.
Well, we're as we speak, we're on a bitumenized road, which has just turned off the bitumenized. That's bitumen, and we've suddenly just run into some peak hour traffic in Echuca, heading towards Echuca. It's huge, Echuca. So we're on the way up to Echuca.
Yeah.
And
the Workman's Club.
Yeah, and I've got to just speak to the unwashed up there. I'm speaking at the International House of Salt and Pepper, and no, we have a good rapport with the locals, and usually we get out unscathed. Sometimes there's a bit of a scuffle. This
can be a practice run for our caravan trip.
Yeah, that's right, except we're in a quite a sharp sedan with no caravan on the back of it. Yeah, that'd be great practice. Anyhow, we've been chatting to the caravan manufacturer. I'm not sure if he wants us to mention who he is at this stage, but he's very, very excited that we're going to tow one of his product around Australia.
And he's even
giving us a tug.
And building you a new van so that the toilet is at the end.
He's building us a carsy with the cans out the back and not near the bedroom. He said he's been on trips where the toilet and the bathroom are right at the end, just separated, I said, by a very thin piece of plywood. It's at the end of the main bed, and then the rest of the living is down the back. I said, no. We want the rest of the living up where the bed is, and we want the can right down the back, in case there's an eruption of intestinal gas. We blow the back of the van out.
No chili or curry for you.
Don't you worry about it. So anyhow, that's where we're going. It's 40. It's school time. We'll never get there. So we're just going to come up here. I'm going to stop for a mocha java, maybe with cream. That's a coffee. And all right, Bill Nelson will be back later. Now, I want to point out just how you get manipulated by a government that is fiscally irresponsible and trying to shore up the national debt here in the state of Victoria. We have gone, in the space of 3 kilometres, from 100 to 40 to 60 to 80, and we're now doing 50 in the built-up area. We've had 4 speed changes in, let's be fair, 3 kilometres. It's the little wonder people get booked and fined and have no idea what speed they're meant to be going, and the government rake in the money, and you do merit demerit points, and then you lose your licence, and you got to sit again. It costs you $1,000 to register. It is unbelievable. You cannot believe it. Well, you can believe it, because I'm driving on the road that just had 4 speed changes in 3 kilometres, and you wonder why people go mad.
You better focus.
You're wondering why that?
No.
It is. What is the difference, besides 20 kilometres, what's the difference between coming out of a 60 out of the town and then going to 80? It went 60 and then it said 70 and then it went 80. That's not in this little stretch, a stretch back there. What is the difference between going from 60 to 80 as opposed to creeping up in 10 kilometre mile an hour increments? Who does that besides buffoons?
Like you.
Are you annoyed?
I enjoy watching you get annoyed.
Well, here's another one. Look, here's another flashing emblem.
Well, it's school time.
Oh, it's a school. Well, fair enough. It's a school. you know, it's a school. We went from 60 to 40 now, just in 200 metres. And I'm doing, God forbid, you can't drive your car at this speed. Here's 40 again. I'm doing 40. Here we go.
Well done.
Yep, well done. There's flashing lights up here to say, oh, don't forget the speed limit. Here we go. Now just stay with me for 1 second. No, don't. No, it'll go to 50 here. And then it'll go to 60. We'll go up in 10 km/h increments in a minute. All right, button it off. And a change of driver change. How you finding it, Sue? The blinding sun with the kangaroo warnings. They spring out in front of you. Have your foot ready to hit the old retarder.
Well, I've got the baby seat on, so I'm elevated.
Now, I know you thought I was a little bit of hyperbolic chat, which is exaggerated chat. How have you found the speed limits as we come through the small towns?
Well, if you look at the signs, you always come into a sign when you come into town, so there's no issues. You just got to slow down because you're coming to a town.
I'm not talking about taking notice of them. I'm saying it goes from 100, then it comes down to 80, then 50, then it goes back to 60, and they go up in increments.
Well, what happens if it went from 100 down to 50? All of a sudden, you've got to slam on your brakes.
Well, if it said 100, if it was 100 and it said approaching a kilometre to a 50 speed limit, you would just back off, and then you would go to 50.
Ah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
What did you say?
You would think so.
You would think so. You would think so because you're told so. Yeah. So I'll tell you what I'd like to be in the printed roadside industry. How many road signs are there telling you what to do, what not to do, where to go? It's extraordinary.
Well,
no, it is absolutely. When we come to a town, I'm going to turn this on again, and you just can do a commentary as to what speed limits we're doing. It is just nonsense. So, you going all right?
Yeah, but if there wasn't a speed sign and you got booked and there was no speed sign, you could argue the fact that there was no speed sign, so they can't book you. But if there's a speed sign,
it's the most illogical thing I've ever heard. If there's no speed sign, of course you can't get booked.
You can.
Well, if there's no speed sign, what speed are you meant to be doing?
Well, you just said you had to slow down for such and such period, but you may be speeding in that zone.
If they want you to go to a speed, they will tell you what speed. There's no need to go to 4 different speeds in the space of a kilometre.
Oh dear.
I thought we were doing 40 through Heathcote because there was a school. I said, how big's this school? You said, no, it's 40 through the town.
The main street.
Used to be 50. No, come on.
They're gone to be a woke town.
It's bullshit town. Didn't know the light was coming on. Now
It is dark.
We've arrived at the, where are we?
Echuca Workers Club.
We've arrived at the Workers Club, and what's been a bit embarrassing, I said to Sue just as a joke, I said, if I pulled up ill, you might have to go on and do my routine. Mind you, my routine varies. You can't say completely different things every time you speak. You have a basic framework, and then you adapt to local conditions and what's going on. But I said to Sue, if I happen to pull up sick, you might have to stand in for me. Would you know what to say? Well, 10 minutes later, she had recited word perfect my routine. And I thought, how embarrassing is that? She got to listen to it again. So I might try and change it just for the sake.
No, don't. No.
And what'll happen is when I start to do it, I'll look at her and start laughing. So we're here, ready to do it. We're not sure if anyone's turned up. It's a Monday. I'm not sure why anyone would be out on Monday, let alone listening to me. But we're going to, now we've got a green room, you know, you go into the back and they shepherd you away from the assembled throng. And then I get called out on stage and they have a photo opportunity with me. And the promoter charges people quite a hefty tariff
Just to get a photo with you.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think I charge people? Turn that off.
What do they say? Break a leg? Oh, sorry,
What?
you've got a dodgy leg anyway.
Yeah, I've broken both of them. Yeah. Oh, anyhow, we might come back when we're in the green room, and Sue might film. Do you think there'll anyone be here?
No.
Why? So I'm asking you seriously. Get that light off. I'm asking you seriously.
Oh, button off.
What? No, I'm asking you seriously. Who would come out on Monday?
And see you.
We're going to find out shortly. This could be the quickest night ever. Are we doing it for anything? Are we getting a recompense for it?
Oh, something. A small little donation.
You handle that.
Donation.
A donation, that's right. Right, well, we're in the what's known as the green room. You can film yourself, filming me, filming us, filming me, signing this. So what we do is we sign some memorabilia, and then the agents of Vin through Ricky, he gets out and spruiks out to the crowd. And if anyone wants to buy one with a photograph, well, they have to pay, but not me. But so that's what we're doing, and I sign my name on all these. Look, that was me as a youth. Look.
Seriously?
That was me when I first started playing. Can you recognise me?
Is that you?
Yeah.
Just look at your nose there.
Yeah, well, I've had it fixed.
And look at it there.
Yeah, I had it
Oh,
fixed.
come on, you would have been done. That's so rude.
What's that?
Look at that. Look at that.
What, sticking the finger
Yeah.
up, giving the bird?
And then look at that.
Yeah.
You're naked.
Oh, well, I did that. Greg Norman did that. I thought I'd top him. So that's what we do, and that's me playing against John Nichols when I... anyhow.
You're such a superstar.
No, I'm not a superstar. Just happened to be a player. So they said there's a few in. Anyhow, and your family's here arrived. I thought, there's this woman standing in front of the car. I said, what is this woman doing? She's a pest. He said, that's my sister, waiting for you to get out of the car. I said, don't tell her. I said, did you tell her I said that?
Yep.
You didn't?
I did.
No, come on. All right, well, I'm signing up, and then we're going, then this is the green room, then we go out to the, don't know how many are out there, maybe no one.
Packed house.
Yeah, packed to the rafters?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, I'll button off now. We're just about to do it, and it's full house, fraught with danger, these shoes.
Is it?
Yeah, you never know. Here we go.
There we go.
Righto, we'll break a leg.
Twice the Cards Degrees medalist and a Geelong AFL Hall of Famer. Put your hands together for the one and only John Sammy Newman.
Look like Joe Biden. I always wear this coat at functions. This is a keepsake. It's got sentimental value. This was a present from my ex-wife. Which one? People often ask me how many wives have I had. I always say of my own. But this was a present from my ex-wife. I got home one evening and found it hanging over a chair in the bedroom. So I presume it was a present for... I've been wearing it ever since.
John Sammy Newman. Once again, folks, put your hands together for the great John Sammy Newman. How good is that? Sam will be back very shortly for the Q&A. I will get everyone to remain seated now. We are going to do the live auction. After the live auction, folks, you'll have a chance
Another
for
one
a
we've
break,
walked
then you'll
away
get into the
from,
bar,
I think.
of course,
I'm
and
just
see
wait till I
if you'd
get
like
in
to
here
ask a
before I
question
get a
in part
bottle
two.
thrown at
Now,
me.
if you'd like to